Hello everybody, this is Game 4 of the 1970 World Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Baltimore Orioles. We are joining the action in the bottom of the third. And there is one out, and Boog Powell is standing at first base. We rolled a 5-6, and it's off Gary Nolan, and a 5-6 for Brooke Robinson, who's walked the first time up. A 5-6 is going to be a ground ball to shortstop, which Concepcion does not get to, and it goes into the outfield for a single. First and second now. Powell is at second. Robinson is at first. Brooks Robinson, he flied out to center. And it's going to be a 2-7. A 2-7 is a hard hit ground ball right at the third baseman Perez. Perez over to second. Back to May at first. Double play. 5, 4, 3 double play. And that's the end of the inning. We go to the top of the fourth. It's going to be Elrod Hendricks against Gary Nolan. Be a 4-5. A 4-5 is a hard hit ground ball, but right at the second baseman Helms. Flips it over to May. One away. Davey Johnson singled in the second. He's 1 for 1. It's going to be a split die. It's going to be a ball into the gap. It's going to be rolling to the fence. Pursuing it is Toland. Gets it in. And Dave Johnson stops at second base with a stand-up double. So Johnson's on at second with one out. It's going to be Mark Belanger who struck out. It's a 1-12. That's a line drive base hit, and they're going to send Johnson around. And that's a 16. And Johnson's going to be thrown out at the plate. Beautiful throw by the shortstop, right on the money, to John Bench, who tags him out at home plate. And the score still remains at 1-0 Baltimore. Baltimore leads the series 2-1. And we're going to go to the pitcher, Palmer. Palmer is a 1 batter. So we're going to flip over the card here. Palmer. And it's a 2-4. A 2-4 is a line drive base hit. And that's going to send Belanger to third. Or he's going to try to make it to third. And he does. So it's first and third now. It's going to be Don Buford. So that's 1, 2, 3 hits in the inning. Don Buford is coming to bat. And that's a 2-11. A 2-11. It's going to be a ground ball hit at the second baseman, Helms. And he flips to shortstop, Concepcion, for the force. 2-11. And that's going to score Belanger. That's an RBI for Buford. An RBI for Buford, who's now on at first. Actually, no, that was the third out of the inning. Welcome to the 1970 World Series between the Reds and the Orioles. It's a 1-0 score here in the bottom of the fifth, and there's runners on first and second for the Orioles. Powell reached first on an error by the third baseman Perez, and then followed by a ground out, moving him to second. Robinson then walked, and it's Elrod Hendricks who takes a pitch, swings, lines it, base hit, left field. Around third comes Powell. He scores, and into third goes Brooks Robinson. The score now is 2-0 Baltimore. So Elrod Hendricks, who's 2 for 3 on the day, picks up a RBI. It's going to be Dave Johnson against Gary Nolan with 1 out. Runners on first and third. In the bottom of the fifth, infield is back. It's going to be 3-3. This will be a ground ball to the third baseman, who goes to second, back to first, not in time. So they get the runner on first, but the fielder's choice is going to allow Brooks Robinson to score. So Johnson picks up an RBI, and it's 3-0 now. And it's Mark Belanger with a runner on first and 2 out in the bottom of the 5th inning of the 1970 World Series replay. And it's a 6-9 off of Nolan's card. It's going to be a hard hit ground ball that gets through the infield for a single. And Johnson moves to second base. So it's first and second now. And Jim Palmer, who is 2 for 2 on the day, he's coming to bat. He's a pitcher hitting card number 1, so we're going to put that out. And here's the pitch to Palmer, and it's a 5-11. A 5-11 is a ground ball to May at first. The decided die says first. May, I believe, is a 3 first baseman. That may be trouble. The 20-sided die says a 5. A 3-5 is going to be a ball that May will handle easily. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But in the bottom of the 5th, the Orioles pick up 2 runs and take a 3-0 lead. Hello everybody, we are playing the top of the 7th inning of Game 4 of the 1970 World Series, and the score stands at Baltimore 3-0, and it's Jimmy Stewart who is going to pinch hit for Gary Nolan. So the day is over for Nolan. And Jimmy Stewart from A Wonderful Life up to bat. And here's the pitch from Palmer. It's a 4-5 off Palmer's card. It's going to be a fly ball to the right fielder, Robinson, 1 away. Bobby Tolan, 0 for 3. 1-9, strike 3. Two down. Top of the 7th. 3-0 Baltimore. Pete Rose. Pete Rose is 1 for 3 on the day. It's a 5-3 off Palmer's card. It's a hard hit ground ball at the shortstop, Belanger, who's a 2. We rolled a 13. A 2-13 is a ball Belanger handles. Whips it over to first. 3 away. We go to the bottom of the 7th. So Wayne Granger replaces Nolan on the mound for Cincinnati. It's going to be Ellie Hendricks. Ellie Hendricks is 2 for 3 on the day. Scored a run. Drove in a run. And it's a 3-8. A 3-8 is a ground ball at the shortstop, Concepcion. Concepcion over to first. 1 away. Dave Johnson. It's 2-10. That's a line drive base hit for Johnson, who's 3 for 4 on the day now. He singled, doubled, and singled again. He's got an RBI. So Johnson is on at first, and it's Mark Belanger. Belanger's 2 for 3. And it's a 1-5. A 1-5 is a hard hit ground ball at Concepcion. Concepcion flips it to Helms, back to first, double play. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. 3-0, Baltimore. Jim Palmer facing Tony Perez, Johnny Bench, and Lee May. Perez is 1 for 3. Here's a pitch to Perez. It's 1-8, and it's a walk, ball 4 for Perez, so the leadoff runner is on base. John Bench, it's a 3-12. A 3-12 is ball 4. So back-to-back walks by Palmer. And it's Lee May. He get tied up with 1 swing. It's a 1-7. A hard hit ground ball right at the third baseman, Robinson. He spins, throws to second, back to first. Double play. Beautiful. Spinning grab of a hard hit ground ball to Robinson, who turns it into a double play. Bench goes over to third. There's 2 away now, and it's Bernie Carbo. And it's a 5-7. A 5-7 is going to be off Palmer's card. That's a strike 3 to end the inning. Palmer's 9th strikeout. And we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Here we are replaying Game 4 of the 1970 World Series between the Reds and the Orioles. We are at Memorial Stadium, and it's going to be the top of the 9th inning. The score stands at Baltimore 5, Cincinnati nothing. And it's going to be Tommy Helms, Dave Concepcion, and a pinch hitter for the Reds. And here's the pitch. Pitching for the Orioles is Jim Palmer, pitching a complete game shutout. He's allowed, I believe, 5 hits. Here's the pitch. It's 6-6 off Palmer's card. 6-6. It's going to be a line drive base hit. So Helms is on at first, and that's Helms' second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4. Concepcion, who's 1 for 3, is going to bat. Palmer looks in for the sign. Pitch. It's a 3-8. A 3-8 is a line drive base hit. Over to third goes Helms. Concepcion is on at first. And we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Pat Corrales. Corrales for Granger. Runners on first and third, and Corrales. Jim Palmer still in there. There's action in the Oriole bullpen. 5-6 off Palmer. 5-6 off Palmer. This will be a ground ball to the shortstop. And it's a 1. Belanger's a 2, so that's a ball that gets through the infield, and that's going to score Helms. Concepcion stops at second. It's an RBI single for Pat Corrales. And we're going to see a pitching change. Be right back. You are joining the action in the top of the 9th inning. We are replaying Game 4 of the 1970 World Series. The score stands at Baltimore 5 and Cincinnati 1. But Cincinnati is threatening here with runners on first and second, nobody out in the top of the 9th. Jim Palmer was just replaced by Phoebus, Tom Phoebus, and he's pitching to Bobby Tolan with runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-5. A 1-5 is a strikeout. So Tolan's 0 for 5 now. He's struck out 4 times. And it's Pete Rose. Pete Rose is 1 for 4. And it's a 5-6 off Phoebus' card. It's a fly ball left field. And under it is Buford. 2 away. And Tony Perez. Perez is 0 for 3 on the day. I'm sorry, 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch to Perez. 5-8. It's off Phoebus' card. It's a high fly in the infield to the left side. Third baseman Robinson makes the catch, and the game is over. Orioles win it by 5-1. They go up in the series 3-1. Thanks for watching Game 4 of the 1970 World Series replay here on Combat Painter Winter Tabletop Baseball channel. See you guys soon.